Wednesdays here on the program, we'd like to put the spotlight on the farm women's group CommonGround.
CommonGround is a group of farm women who want to be a resource for consumers who want to know more about how their food is grown. In this segment, we hear from CommonGround volunteer Leslie Boswell on why anhydrous ammonia is used on farm fields.
Well, maybe you have driven by a farm field, you've seen a tractor pulling a white tank along behind. You might be wondering what that is. Maybe you've seen that on the road. Joining me now with more is Leslie Boswell with CommonGround. Leslie, it's good to see you today.
It's good to be here, John. We're getting awful close to farming season.
Yeah, isn't that true? I mean, we're hitting March already, and all of a sudden, things are really going to be happening. I think a lot of consumers, the general public, they may want to know a little bit about these anhydrous ammonia tanks. Tell us what this is all about.
The anhydrous tanks that you see on the road are hauling nitrogen, which is a fertilizer. They are pulling those to the field and through the fields. And every plant that we have needs nitrogen. There's a lot of nutrients they need, but the primary one is nitrogen. We put it on our fields for our crops. We put it on our lawns. We put it on our gardens. Every plant, even house plants, need nitrogen. And in these tanks is a liquid, but when the pressure is released on it, it becomes a gas. So that's one of the quirks of science there, where you have two different forms of it. When it's injected into the field, the ground seals around it and it maintains that gas in there, and then it fixates into the soil and it has nitrogen that's available for the plants. The roots need to grow down into where it is, and it stimulates root growth, and it also helps keep them green and stimulates the leaf formations. So that is why nitrogen is very necessary for any crops. It is really the most economical form of nitrogen that can be applied. There are other forms of nitrogen, but this is the one that farmers use the most because it can be applied either in the fall or in the spring. It can also be applied during the growing season in what they call a side dress, where they go through between the rows and they inject it along the sides of the plants. So it can be applied at different times, but it is the most economical way to do it.
Thanks, Leslie. I think that's what we wanted to know about anhydrous ammonia. And you're coming back in a few minutes with a recipe to share.
I am. I've got some leprechaun cookies.
It's the right time of year for that. So we'll see you in a few minutes.